I think when you take somebody very, very young and they start to get horrible, crazy, crippling anxiety and it goes undiagnosed and you don't know what it is that you're feeling, you start to self-medicate because it makes you feel better.
Hailey wants Jack, Justin Bieber's shocking breakdown and $285 million divorce drama. Yo, what is up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Things have been a little quiet on the Justin Bieber front lately, right? Well, buckle up because the silence has been shattered by a storm of drama, and trust me, you are not ready for this. We're talking serious depression, betrayal, and a potential $285 million divorce. We're going to unpack all of this, and I mean all of it. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and let's dive in. So, where do we even begin with this whirlwind of information? Justin's been MIA, cancelling his tour, seeming totally off. On the surface, it might have seemed like he was just taking a break, needing some time to recharge. But it turns out he's been battling some intense depression. And this isn't just a fleeting sadness, we're talking a real struggle here. Now, depression is a serious issue, and it can affect anyone, regardless of fame or fortune. In Justin's case, it sounds like the pressures of his career, the constant scrutiny, and some deeply personal issues have all converged to create a perfect storm. Remember, he was thrust into the spotlight at a very young age. Can you imagine the impact of that kind of pressure on a teenager? But it's not just the depression. Insiders are saying he feels betrayed by people he trusted the most, some who've been in his inner circle for over a decade. That's a long time. These aren't just casual acquaintances. These are people who were likely involved in his day-to-day life, his career, and potentially even his finances. Money, honey, it's often at the root of all evil, right? It's a sad reality, but financial disputes can tear apart even the closest relationships. Apparently, there are serious discrepancies in Justin's financial records. A music industry exec even said a lot is missing. We're not talking small change here. This isn't like finding a few dollars out of place. We're talking about a potentially significant amount of money that has vanished. Think about it. Justin has been one of the highest paid entertainers in the world for years. His tours, his music, his endorsements, it all adds up to a massive fortune. So when we hear about a lot missing, we're potentially talking about millions upon millions of dollars. A whole new team has been brought in to investigate this financial mess. This likely involves forensic accountants, lawyers, and other specialists meticulously going through years of records, trying to piece together what happened. Can you imagine the gut punch of realizing people you depended on were possibly stealing from you? The feeling of violation, the anger, the confusion, it must be overwhelming. No wonder Justin feels misled and used. It's a breach of trust on a monumental scale. But wait, because the plot thickens. As if the financial drama wasn't enough to deal with, rumors are swirling about his marriage to Hailey. And you won't believe what's allegedly adding fuel to that already blazing fire. Diddy! Yeah, you heard that right. Justin is reportedly terrified of being dragged into Diddy's legal nightmare. Now, for those of you who might not be fully up to speed, let's break down the Diddy situation a bit. Diddy, aka Sean Combs, is a music mogul, a producer, a rapper. He's been a major player in the entertainment industry for decades. But recently, he's been facing some incredibly serious charges, and I mean serious. We're talking sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation for prostitution. These are extremely heavy accusations. Diddy has maintained his innocence and pleaded not guilty, but the legal battle is far from over. It's a complex and messy situation, with a lot of allegations and investigations ongoing. And now, it seems like Justin Bieber might be unwillingly dragged into this legal quagmire. Justin is allegedly worried sick about getting a subpoena and being forced to spill the tea on what he witnessed while around Diddy. Think about the implications of that. Imagine having to testify in a high-profile case involving such serious allegations, especially if it involves what sources are calling lurid stuff. That's a tremendous amount of pressure and anxiety. That's a whole other level of stress, right? It's not just about being called as a witness, it's about the potential exposure of private information, the scrutiny, and the potential impact on his own reputation. And all this anxiety is putting a massive strain on his relationship with Hailey. They're already dealing with the fallout from the financial mess, and now this. It's like a never-ending roller coaster of drama for the Biebs. To make matters even worse, it sounds like Justin's struggles go way back. This isn't just a recent development triggered by the Diddy legal drama. Sources say he's been dealing with anxiety and depression for a while, partly from feeling ripped off during his time with Diddy. So this isn't just about the recent legal drama, it's a deeper, more complex history of emotional and psychological challenges. It makes you wonder about the long-term impact of being in the spotlight from such a young age. The constant pressure to perform, the lack of privacy, the intense scrutiny, it can take a toll on anyone's mental health. And if you add in feelings of betrayal and financial exploitation, it's a recipe for a serious breakdown. And here's where it gets even more intense, if you can believe it. All of this Diddy drama is causing major friction between Justin and Hailey. An insider revealed that Hailey is increasingly frustrated with Justin's constant worrying and what they call wallowing in self-pity and anxiety. Ouch, those are some harsh words. She reportedly feels like he's withdrawing, struggling to cope, and it's impacting his ability to be present as a husband. Think about that for a moment. Marriage is about partnership, support, and being there for each other through thick and thin. But if one partner is struggling with their own issues and withdrawing emotionally, it can create a huge imbalance in the relationship. And get this, and I want you to really let this sink in, there are whispers, serious whispers, of a potential $285 million divorce. Can you believe that number? That's an absolutely staggering amount of money, and it really underscores just how serious the situation between Justin and Hailey appears to be. The source says Hailey is at the end of her rope, feeling like Diddy and his legal woes are the wedge driving them apart. She loves Justin, that much seems clear, but this whole ordeal is putting an unbearable strain on their relationship. It's a truly heartbreaking situation for everyone involved. You have Justin struggling with his mental health and feeling betrayed, and you have Hailey feeling like she's losing her husband to these external pressures. It's a lot to process, and it's clear that Justin is facing some incredibly challenging times right now, but the drama doesn't stop there, because of course it doesn't. Justin's behavior towards Hailey has been, well, erratic, to say the least. He's been playing this weird unfollow-follow game with her on social media. Now, social media can be a tricky thing. It can be a way to connect with fans, but it can also be a source of a lot of drama and speculation. In this case, Justin's been doing this on again, off again unfollowing of Hailey, which is just odd. He claims someone else is messing with his account, but it's suspicious, right? I mean, come on. It's hard to believe that someone else would have that kind of access and would choose to use it in such a bizarre way. It just adds to the confusion and raises even more questions about what's really going on behind the scenes. And it's not just that. He's been distant and inattentive, leaving her feeling neglected. Imagine being in a relationship where you feel like your partner is physically present but emotionally absent. That can be incredibly isolating and hurtful. It sounds like Hailey is feeling that disconnect, and it's taking a toll on her. The rumor mill is churning, with one theory suggesting Hailey's been pushing him to confront his past, particularly his history with drug use. This is a sensitive topic, and it's important to approach it with care. It's suggested she's concerned about his current state of mind and whether he might be slipping back into old habits. Substance abuse is a serious issue, and it can often be a way for people to cope with underlying pain or trauma. If Hailey is genuinely concerned about Justin's well-being and fears he might be turning to old coping mechanisms, that's a valid concern. Apparently, he's not handling the pressure well, lashing out and becoming defensive. When someone is struggling with their mental health, they may not always react in the most rational or healthy way. Lashing out and becoming defensive can be signs of inner turmoil and an inability to cope with difficult emotions. The stress is clearly taking a toll on his physical well-being, with family and fans expressing deep concern after photos surfaced showing him looking thin and gaunt. Our physical and mental health are interconnected. When we're under a lot of stress, it can manifest in physical symptoms. And here's another layer of complexity to this already complicated situation. Some are viewing Hailey's behavior not just as concern, but as possessiveness. Justin's mom, Patty Mallet, is reportedly increasingly worried about Hailey's influence. There are whispers circulating within their inner circle that Patty believes Hailey is attempting to isolate Justin from his family and bluntly steal him away. It's classic in-law drama, right? We've seen this trope play out in countless stories, but in this context, With all the other drama swirling around Justin, it adds another messy layer to an already incredibly sensitive situation. Is Hailey genuinely concerned about Justin's well-being, trying to get him the help he needs? Or is there a more controlling element to her actions? Is Patty simply being a protective mother, worried about her son's vulnerability? Or is there a genuine reason to be concerned about Hailey's intentions? It's incredibly difficult to say for sure without knowing all the details, but it definitely throws another wrench into the works and adds another dimension to the narrative. This family dynamic is clearly strained, and it's highly likely contributing to the overall tension, stress, and pressure that Justin seems to be buckling under. It's a classic case of too many cooks in the kitchen, and it's probably not helping Justin's mental state at all. It just adds more fuel to the fire. So let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've covered. We've got Justin battling serious depression, feeling betrayed by those he trusted, facing potential financial ruin, dealing with the fallout from the Diddy scandal, experiencing marital strife, and navigating complex family dynamics. It's a lot. It's a really, really heavy load for one person to carry. What do you guys think about all this? I really want to hear from you in the comments below. Do you think Justin and Hailey can weather this storm? Is there more to the story than we know? What are your thoughts on the Diddy situation and its impact on Justin? Let's get a discussion going. And if you enjoyed this video, if you found it informative, if you were entertained, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon to be the first to know when I drop more videos like this. I post updates every week, uncovering the secrets and the latest news about your favorite celebrities. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.